Good afternoon, everybody. So today we're going to go through Dangun Talk. Now this is going to be as good for the your white belts all the way up to 6th degree and above, because everybody needs to practice their lower sort of levels patterns as well. So it's not just for those of you that are the yellow belts. Okay. So there's lots of elements in this that are quite complex. The turning, some of the new sort of techniques that you need to learn. Okay. So with the pattern, so we're looking at 21 movements, and Dangun named after the holy Dangun, the legendary founder of Korea in 2333 BC. Okay, so you need to know that. We'll go through the new movements first, and then we'll start putting them together, and we'll start looking at those movements. So, first off, our first movement is going to be into an L stance with a knife hand guarding block. So again, we need to explode into this movement from here and down. So we need to make sure that we're taking the arms up, so from this position up to 45 degrees, and then come through and down. Use the elbow to come and bring it in. When we end up in this position, we need to make sure that the knife hand fingertips are in line with the shoulder, 90 degrees with the front arm, and my other arm down here, we must have one fist all the way down through there. Now my fingertips should come just next to the start of my badge on my dough block. Okay, so that's number one. We've already done the low block in our previous patterns, so then we need to just look at that punching. Punching in this pattern, they're all high section, okay, all high punches. So from here and up. We need to make sure again that we are just eye level, not higher, because it should be your eye level as we go through. One of the hardest techniques we have, and this takes a lot of coordination, that is Sang Pawmaki, twin forearm block. So with twin forearm block, we're looking for a rising block and an outer forearm block all at the same time. So the primary movement and the primary block is on my front hand here, which is the outer forearm block. So this again is shoulder height, 90 degrees of the elbow joint, and we have our rising block which comes from the inside coming up. So we are defending against attack at 45 degrees to the head area. So this one is defending against a punch to here, as we normally would, and we have the rising block coming from this way here, 45 degrees. We need to make sure again we are one fist away from the head, and we have a 45 degree angle on the arm itself. Because if we expose it like this, then again we're vulnerable in this position. The rising block comes from the outside here. So the primary one is on the inside, as we would do if we were doing a normal outer forearm block. We also have continuous motion in this pattern as well. So continuous motion of a low block and a high block. So with our low block, we need to make sure we are chambering at solar plexus height on my chest line from here and down. Again, 25 degrees at the elbow joint. We've been through this before. We're looking at two fists above the leg in this position. So my blocking tool is on my chest line again. Notice I'm half facing here. I'm not full facing, I'm half facing. But then when we do our rising block after this, we need to be in a full facing position, so flat on. Again, the same as we had with our Sang Pawmaki, with one fist above, 45 degree angle on the forearm, so again we're not exposed as we come up. So this coming up at around about a 45 degree angle. So, delivering it. All of these movements, I want you to concentrate on them, deliver them multiple times before doing the pattern. So from Rani Chumisogi, we come through and in. Now, half facing. As soon as I then now chamber, I bring my pelvis forwards and I raise my heel. So now we see my arms across at solar plexus height. As I raise my heel, I raise my arms up to my collarbone, then I let it go. So one more time, from here, down, half facing. Raise my heel, bring my pelvis forwards, lift, straighten the leg, and then drop the heel down with the straight leg at the back. I'll go from the side position. So, half facing, bend, raise the heel, raise everything, then drop and through, pulling back to my belt. Okay? So this is done in a continuous breath. That's why it's called continuous motion. So we have a continuous breath throughout, but we then emphasize on each of the blocks. So I'll show you. One more time. Okay. Then we go on to our last new technique, and that is a knife hand strike. in L stance. So again, our L stance position, so we need to make sure that both feet are in 15 degrees on each side. We basically have around about a 2-inch gap between the heel and the toes. So if you see this line on the floor down here, we have around about 2 inches here. So now we have a nice position, pushing my knee back and make sure my knee at the front is in line with the heel at the front. So again, if I come sideways on, you'll see my knee is in line with where the heel is here. With the technique, we're raising it up just above the shoulder height on our rear chest line. We must do the rear chest line, because if we come here, now this is weak, and also we don't have an equal distance from the two. So our opposite chest line here, the rear chest line, slightly relaxed with the hand. As we raise, we drop and come through. We're looking to keep the hand as long as we can in a flat position, rotated on the very end. The other one bringing back to my pelvis. Okay? So, let's go through bit by bit, because some of the challenges now are the turning pieces again. As we had in Chonji Talks, we're going to use those still. Let's go through the first few pieces. So, from here, up we go. So, we go into our high punch. Now, from here, I need to rotate 180 degrees. So, if we focus on my rear leg again, so what we do is we rotate outwards here. So, as I rotate, now I'm in position, I'm setting my foot. Alright? So, I'll just roll this up a little bit so you can see a bit better. So, from this position, what I do, I bend my leg, rotate the heel, I bring myself round, neutral position with the arms, then I deliver the technique. Then from here, we go into another high block. But again, we now need to reset. We're going to go on the CD line now, so we need to reset this rear heel again. So from this position, we need to rotate, bring it in. My pelvis is at 45 degrees here on this line. If I don't get to this position, then again it's going to compromise how the technique is delivered and the power that is delivered. So, rotate here. Now I chamber and down I come. Okay? So now we come through to our 3 high punches. Okay? Now, the next part is difficult because we need to go into our Sangpao Maki. So let's do it from the front waist to start with. So again, I need to rotate. I set my foot from here. I rotate and pull. Again, my pelvis is on a 45-degree angle here. So from this position, now I'm in neutral position with my hands. I raise and then I drop. Okay? So let's go from the other way. So if I'm in this position here, so opposite way, I rotate my heel, through, neutral. From this position, raise and then drop. So my hand on the outside, I raise slightly and then deliver. Okay? From there, we'll go into a high punch. We now need to do the same on the other side. So again, same as we had at the start of the pattern, I need to rotate the foot, rotate and bend here. As I come, raise, then drop into my Sangpao Maki, then through into my high punch. So now we come on to our piece where we have our continuous motion. So, rotate the foot again, bend the knee, rotate, 45 degrees with my pelvis, neutral position with my hands, here, down and up. Then I just continue, 1, 2, 3. Now as you notice with my rising block, what I'm doing is each time, let's go from this position here, I come to mid-position here. I take my hands crossed, solar plexus height. As I move through the next quarter with my leg, then what happens is it raises, then we go. So here, raise. Here, raise. Okay? Once we get to that position, we now need to sort of rotate around again. I set my foot, I rotate my foot on the floor. Rotate, round. I'm at 45 degrees again with my pelvis, okay? Deliver my knife and strike. So if I now do the opposite way around, so we're here, I rotate my foot, here, 45, chamber, deliver. So all in one go. From this position then I need to then do my high punch. Here and through. Again, I've got to go 180 degrees. So I bend my leg, I rotate my heel, so I'm setting, round, neutral position of the hands. Raise, deliver, then in to the final punch. Okay? So, we come on to our last little piece, which is difficult as well. So we now need to get from that last punch back into our chumbi position. So we're in this position here. But I've got to get all the way back into Narani Chumbi Sogi. So again, I have to rotate my foot here. Rotate, pull, one movement, back into Chumbi. Okay? So let's go through the whole pattern now, so you can see the whole piece. Dangun. And Sharax. Okay, so your task tonight is to go through each of the moves, the complex moves, the new moves, if they're new. If they're old moves, perfecting it. Look at that movement on the floor to be able to go 180 degrees, that rotation of the heel beforehand. So you rotate, set the foot, makes it easier for you to do the actual movement. Once you've perfected all those moves, then take parts of the pattern. Take the first bit here, then take the line up here, then do the top bit, then do the line down the bottom, then the line at the bottom. Then start doing them in a different order, okay? Then put them into a full pattern, okay? But you must make sure you perfected each move. You know, we must get this continuous move, this pelvis shifting from half facing to full facing. We must make sure that we get that Sangpao Maki here, so that we're in the right place. Shoulder height, 45 degrees, one fist above. This is in the centre of my forehead, my actual blocking tool. Okay? So good luck with it. I look forward to seeing some videos online of you doing them. And just show me some videos of you just doing some of the things, some of the hard stuff. Sangpao Maki, okay? That's one of the things I'd like to see. Alright, good luck with it, and have a fabulous weekend. Thank you.